we can't afford you. Fully pours it lavishly upon you. It makes us glory shine so bright upon you. I will be content, cause I know you would never fail me. Even when my knees are shaking, even when my heart is bleeding. Oh, valley, when I walk in the midst of the valley, my life's in the hands of my daddy. I'm already loved, I'm already chosen. Yeah. So for this life, I know the goal, no. Cause me, I know this soul. Cause my joy when I'm my body. To man, I need go. You are my provider. Yeah, you my provider. You are my provider. You my provider. Yeah. I will be content in every circumstance. Yeah. Jehovah Jireh, you give me peace, you give me purpose, my provider. And when my enemies surround me, got me tied up. When they throw me in the pit inside the fire, you are my God and my King and my Father, light to my path in the darkness, hope in my heart when they heartless. Father, you reach out and caught us. You're the lover of my soul, love is flawless. They don't understand my God is keeping me high, I know they go low. Cause me, I know they solo. Cause my joy when I make body, to man, I need go. You are my provider. Yeah, you my provider. You are my provider. You my provider. Yeah. I will be content in every circumstance.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome into Resilience Talks, a live series featuring you. And so, what does that mean? That means that this entire series for this entire year has been about helping each and every one of us grow in our resilience, grow in our power, grow in our strength. And so, it has been an honor to be your host for these conversations. I'm Octavia the Overcomer. I just want to welcome each and every one of you who are here. There are some of you who may be here for the first time, and I want to say welcome in. Don't be shy. We are so loving and so kind here. This is a beautiful community. So feel free to write in the comments. Feel free to talk back to me. It's an interactive kind of session. And so I'm not just up here talking to y'all just to talk. I'm not up here yapping and yapping for no reason. But I want you guys to feel free to hop in and just comment, talk back to me. And then for those of you who are always here, who always show up, thank you as always. I love you guys, and I'm so appreciative for you coming and spending your time with me every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. So y'all know how we do. We always start off with our roll call. If you are here, feel free to put your name in the. I see you, Jaira. That's my sis. You got your own YouTube. Yes, girl. You finally have your own YouTube account. Hi, Nene. Welcome in. This is Nene's first time, but I'm so happy to have you here. And I know that there's some of you in the background who, cannot comment or choose not to comment, and that is absolutely okay. I want to say happy holidays to everyone. I do realize that this may be a hard time for a lot of people. Jaira, don't be laughing. uh, I know that this is a hard time for a lot of people, including myself during the holidays. And so, one, happy holidays to each and every one of you, but also let's try to be kind, let's try to be thoughtful during the season because not everyone is as fortunate as you may be during the season. So, I just want to say that. So, let's get right into it. This is our last session of 2025, which is crazy, which is insane. I started this at the start of Resilience Talks in March of 2025. And it's been great. Like the conversations we've had truly has been uplifting, truly has been inspiring. And honestly, it's kept me going this entire year. I'm not going to lie. It kept me going this entire year. And so I'm grateful to each and every one of you who get on and who makes this what it is, right? Who makes this chat what it is and these conversations what it is. I'm going to jump right in. You know, we always do an icebreaker. So for those of you who are here, what is one word that sums up your year? What is one word you would use to sum up your year? And as always, I am checking the comments, so I will be reading your comments. I will be reading what you guys are saying to me because again, this is interactive. We talk back to each other, so feel free to write in the comments. What is one word that you would use to sum up this year? And while you guys are writing in the comments, I'm just going to talk for a few seconds about the word that I have for this year. Let you think. Yes, Jaira, think on it. And for all of you, while I'm talking, feel free to think about it and put that word in the comments. Again, for those of you who are just coming in, I asked, what is one word you would use to sum up this year? Feel free to put it in the chat. I'm watching, and I'm excited to have this discussion with y'all tonight. If I had to think of a word for tonight, or for the year rather, my word would be rescued. And I don't use that word lightly. God has literally rescued me from myself this entire year. And I didn't realize it until, just a couple weeks ago. I didn't realize that this was a whole rescue mission this year for me. God rescued me from my own self, right? So my own limiting beliefs about my capabilities and just who I am. He's rescued me from thoughts that did not serve me, right? Negative thoughts that made me think that I was less than worthy, right? He rescued me from relationships that I shouldn't have been in. And that includes friendships, that includes familial relationships, right? Like all relationships, he's rescued me from some of those things. And so I am grateful, right? And a lot of times I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that there was a lot of transitions going on in my life, a lot of things that were in and out, people in and out, situations that were recurring, right? And I didn't realize that God was literally on a mission to rescue me until he pulled the wool from my eyes and allowed me to see. Right? Allow me to see the bigger picture because sometimes we only see what's in front of us, right? We only see the issue. We only see the problem. We only see the challenge that's in front of us, right? And we don't necessarily pull back a little bit and realize that even through challenges, we're growing, right? Even through the obstacles, we're growing. And a lot of times those obstacles are not coming or are not there to harm us, but it's literally to rescue us. It's literally to save us. And so this year was my rescue mission. Like God literally rescued me. All right, y'all. I said my word. What would y'all say? What would y'all say is your one word that would sum up this entire year for you? And I know that. Nini, are you saying interesting? Your year, the word is interesting. Why interesting? Why is that your word? Talk to me. And for those of you who are here, feel free to write in the comments. What is one word you would use to sum up this year? Jaira, transition. Yeah. Talk to me, Jaira. Why transition? Talk to me. What does that transition look like? What did it feel like for you? For sure, I can definitely agree that transition is one of those things that has been recurring in my life this year. And what does that mean? Just moving from one place to another, right? Like those transitions, moving from one place to another. And throughout life, or throughout this year rather, there's been a lot of transition for me. And so it's been hectic, right? Transitions aren't always smooth. Transitions aren't always easy. Baby, do I have time? That's funny. You have time, girl. You have time. Put one thing, like what did you feel like? What did you experience in this transition? And Nini, why was your year interesting? Um, Transitions aren't always easy. Like I was saying, they're not always smooth, right? Sometimes those transitions are bumpy. Okay, they're bumpy and they're chaotic and they're just all over the place. And sometimes it's hard to adjust to those transitions, right? We have an adjustment period, and sometimes that adjustment period is enough to take us out altogether, right? Because it's a lot of effort, it's a lot of energy to adjust to something that is unfamiliar to us. So, listen, Jaira, I know all about those transitions, girl. I know all about those transitions. Um, I'm gonna jump right into, just talk about, our last conversation, right? I really wanted our last conversation to be meaningful, but also short and sweet and straight to the point. God is removing things from me that I have gotten comfortable in. Talk about it. Yes. Removing things that have gotten comfortable for you. There's a saying to get comfortable being uncomfortable, right? And that doesn't always feel good because we love our comfort, right? We love our comfort. We cling to our comfort and convenience. That's what we love, right? That's what everyone talks about with Americans, right? Comfort and convenience. But it's not always easy. And I feel like being comfortable doesn't bring growth, right? And so a lot of times in our discomfort is where we find our biggest growth. And so, Jaira, I'm proud of you and I'm happy for you about your transitions, even the ones that have been so challenging that you thought you would quit. I'm proud of you. Tonight, y'all, I wanted to just, talk to you guys and sum up the year, give you guys 3 things that I've learned this year, and they are short, they're sweet, they're straight to the point. We are not going to be on here long, but I did want to get on because it's been a couple of weeks since I've met with you guys, since I've talked to you guys because we've been on break, all of the holidays and such. But I did want to come on for a little bit and talk to you about the 3 lessons, for the most part, that I've learned. 3 of many lessons that I've learned this year. This year literally has worn a lot of us out. It has stretched us to the point where we didn't think that we would snap back, right? It's pushed us beyond our limits. We've experienced things that we never thought we would experience, right? We've experienced things that we never in a million years would have thought that this would happen to us. And so we've been in this challenging period for a lot of us, right? I mean, yes, there were some beautiful things happening, but this year was particularly challenging, I think, for a lot of people, including myself. But I wanted to come on here and I wanted to tell you, congratulations, because you made it from January 1st until now. What's today? December 16th till now, you made it. You made it through the challenges that you face. And that is the hardest part. The hardest part of anything is getting through it, right? And yeah, you came out with some bumps and some bruises and some scrapes. Some of us came out with some full on wounds, okay? Full on wounds, right? Bleeding and, all of the things, right? A lot of us has come out with that. But guess what? You made it. So, congratulations. I hope that you are celebrating yourself. I hope that you are congratulating yourself. You're patting yourself on the back. Because if you did nothing else this year, if you didn't have all the accomplishments, right? If you didn't make the biggest moves ever, you made it, right? You survived. And sometimes that's what growth looks like. You are not the same person that you were January 1st of this year. And if you don't believe me, look at all the lessons you've learned this year, right? Oh, thank you, Sissy Pooh. Thank you. Look at all the lessons that you've learned this year, right? Look at all the lessons. I find that in the lessons that we learn is where we find growth, right? And so Congratulations. I've learned so many lessons throughout this year, right? And sometimes growth looks like survival, right? Growth looks like I just got to get through it. I'm just trying to make it. Growth looks like putting one foot in front of the other. Sometimes growth looks like choosing to keep going, right? And sometimes that's what it looks like, even though it doesn't look pretty, but you made it. Growth isn't a linear thing, right? It's not like you just you keep getting better, keep getting better. Sometimes you get knocked down on your butt, right? Sometimes you get knocked down to the ground and you have to get yourself back up again. Um, I'm reading the comments. Interesting for me, I would say a lot has happened, good and bad. I walked away from dream job and walked into a better one. I've learned how to communicate better with others. That's right. That's right, Nini. That's right. You've learned these lessons, all right? You're learning lessons, and that's what growth is. Choosing what is good for you and letting go of the things that don't work for you anymore, right? And so a lot of us have grown this past year. And so, three of the things that I want to just give you real quick before we close out the year, and I really hope that a lot of us, hi Bree, I hope that a lot of us are doing reflective some reflecting this year before the year ends. I hope that a lot of us are doing some reflecting. And I hope you really, really understand just how powerful you are, even if you didn't do all the things that you thought you would do this year. I'm so proud of you because you got to this point. And it wasn't by luck. It wasn't by random chance that you made it. You made it by the grace of God. You made it because you made choices for yourself. And I am so proud of you for all the things that you did this year. Even though they may not seem big to you, the fact that you opened your eyes this morning, the fact that you continue to choose to keep going, shout out to you. This year I did it. That's right, Nini. That's right, girl. That is right. All right. So the first thing that I want to leave with you into this new year. Yes, Jaira, I survived. Oh, come on, girl. You survived, right? You survived all the hell, right? All the things that were coming at you, all the obstacles, all the challenges, you survived. And not only did a lot of us survive, but we made it look easy. We made it look like, we made it look like everything was good. We made it look like it wasn't as hard as it was, right? Because a lot of us we carry our stuff with grace. We carry our challenges with so much grace that when people look at you, they would never know that that's your story. They would never know that that's something that you had to overcome. They would never know just by looking at you because you carry it with so much grace. You survived. You absolutely survived. And not only did you survive, you overcame, right? Because there's a difference. Surviving is, okay, I'm getting through it. I'm trying my best. A lot of us survived, but a lot of us overcame that thing. We don't have to repeat this. We don't have to repeat the lesson all over again because we overcame it, right? We jumped right over it, right? We jumped right over the hurdle. We overcame the things that we were going through. So listen, Jaira, you survived, baby girl, but you also overcame a lot. You overcame a lot. Absolutely all of it. The first lesson, and I'm reading the comments, y'all. So please continue commenting. I'm reading it. Don't worry about interrupting me or my flow. Listen, I'll figure it out. But please continue to comment because I'm reading those comments. The first lesson is to stay present, right? Be present in the present moment. It's something that I tend to struggle with is being present. And what does that mean? Showing up for yourself and being fully immersed in what's going on in front of you. A lot of us are always on our phones, or a lot of us are worried, right? We're worried about the past, things that already happened, and we're living with regret. We're living with shame. We're living with, all these negative things, fear, right? We're living in the past, regretting the things that we did do or regretting the things that we didn't do. And then for some of us, we're living in the future, trying to plan everything out, making sure that everything is perfect, hoping and wishing and dreaming about what's next, when really we should all be in the now, right here and now. Yesterday is gone and tomorrow is not promised, right? And that's something that we hear all the time. And that just means to stay present in the present moment. Love, find joy in the things that are right here, right now, in this moment in time. Don't necessarily look to the past or look to the future, but right here, right now. So that's one of the things that I've learned this year is to stay present. And so anytime I'm doing something or anytime I'm trying to experience something, I try to be present in the moment, not on my phone, not trying to chit chat with, people that are far away from me, just being with whatever or whoever I'm with in that moment. Hi, Tamara. Hey, girl. It's good to see you. We're just talking. We're just talking. We're having a conversation. Tamara, for you, what is one word that you would use to describe or sum up your year? And you can put that in the comments. And for those of you who are coming in, I see a lot of people coming in. What is one word that you would use to sum up your year? And I'm just talking about some of the lessons that I've learned this year. The first one being to stay present. The second one is to be grateful for all things, right? Even the challenges, even the things that hurt us, the things that, broke our hearts. Be grateful for that, because even in that, there's a lesson, there's something that we learn, right? Even in the process. Like, the process is hard, right? Life is literally a series of processes, and each process is hard. Each process may be difficult. However, we grow the most when we go through these processes. And so I'm so grateful for the processes that I had to go through this year, because I promise you, had I not gone through them, I would not be who I am. Right? I would not know my own power. I would not know my own confidence. I wouldn't know my own beauty. And I wouldn't know how to truly, truly love myself. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm also really, just really, really grateful. And I can say this with confidence. I'm grateful for my community, right? I'm grateful for my community. I have currently, right now in my life, I can say this: I have some of the best people, the most top tier people in my life, hands down. And you can't beat me. You can't beat me. I promise you. I have the most top tier people in my life right now. I'm so grateful for my chosen family, which are my friends, right? The people who I'm not biologically connected to, but love me anyway, who love on me, push me to be better than I am. I'm grateful for my community. I'm grateful for my biological family. They've shown up for me in ways that I never thought they would show up for me this year. And I love them so much. And so I'm grateful. And a lot of y'all are in the chat. So thank y'all. I love y'all, to my family, my friends. I'm grateful for my community. I want to ask you, right? Because we talked about what is one word that we would use to describe ourselves, but what is something that you're grateful for in this new year? I'm just going to go back and check the comments. What is one thing you're grateful for what is one thing you're grateful for throughout this year? Tamara, you said patience. Patience, not a loss, but a lesson. Absolutely. I think a lot of us, a lot of us are learning patience. And if you haven't learned it, you will. If you haven't, you absolutely will. Just wait on it. It's coming. If you didn't learn patience, I promise you. Thank you for your work today. Thank you, Trey. Thank you. It's good to see you. Bree said grace. Absolutely. Tamara said discernment. Jairo, grateful for community. Absolutely. And if I can just put a plug there, right, in that community one, a lot of us have learned to be hyper independent and have learned to not want to lean or depend on anyone, because I can't ever depend on anyone. But when you find yourself a good community, when you find a community of people who really love you in all of your seasons, because some of us, we moody and we go through a lot. I'm one of them. Child, I could be happy now and then crying 2 minutes later. Okay. But a lot of us, we have this chip on our shoulder where we feel like we can't depend on anybody. And I understand it's because people have let us down. People have disappointed us. People have not shown up for us. People have rejected us, right? It's been a lot of that. But I promise you, when you find your people, and it doesn't even have to be a whole bunch of people, it could be one person or two people that you really, really depend on, who really loves you and has your best intentions at heart. The people that you can pray with, the people that can get you through a storm when you're going through life, that can speak life into you, right? When you find those people, I dare you to lean on them and allow them to help you through your storm. Because guess what? You don't have to do life alone, right? You don't have to. So really lean into that community. I promise you, community can be a beautiful thing. And I can say that with confidence that my community right now, top tier. Top tier, okay? um, I'm reading grateful. Okay. Discernment, grace. Absolutely. I'm also, listen, thankful for grace, okay? Because there's a lot of times where, let me just tell you, God could have removed his hand. God could have said, look, this girl keep playing. I'm done with her. But I thank God that he extends grace and he extends mercy. And can I also just add in there favor, right? The favor of God, because God has favored so many of us, including me. Can I just tell y'all how I got a promotion when I wasn't supposed to get a promotion? Like, I literally was not supposed to get a promotion at my job this year. And in fact, they were telling me that, oh, you have to wait till next year to get this promotion. But guess what? I got my promotion. God has favored me. He's favored each and every one of us so much this year. And I dare you to look back at all the little things that has happened for you that was impossible, right? That was not supposed to happen for you, right? But that's the favor of God. I dare you to look back on your life this year and find the places where God has extended his favor to you. All right, y'all. The last one, right? The last lesson that I learned this year is the art of letting go. All right. And that is a hard one because a lot of us struggle with letting things go. And that's been me, right? Struggling to let things go. Congrats. God is good. Amen. That's right. That is right. Thank you. A lot of us have struggled to let things go, right? To let our limiting beliefs go, right? To let go insecurities, to let go of doubt, to let go of fear, to let go of past rejections. A lot of us have struggled with letting the past just be the past, right? And I'm guilty. I'm talking about myself. So everything I'm coming for you, I'm not. I promise. I'm talking about me. But I've struggled to let go of things, right? And so this year was really the year where I had to face things that happened years ago, but I never quite let it go. And so I'm grateful that I was able to let go a lot of things this year. And I encourage you to do it too. A lot of us, or letting go is rooted in fear, right? Fear of the unfamiliar, right? If I let this thing go that I've had for however long, for a month, for 3 months, for 6 months, for a year, 10 years, if I let this thing go, what happens next? A lot of us get anxious. We get nervous when we don't know what's next, when we don't know where to put our foot next, when we don't know what the next step is, right? We get nervous because we can't see the road. But here's the thing, right? That is faith. That's where faith comes in, because faith is not being able to see, but trusting that God has all the good intentions for you, right? Trusting that God is going to take care of you when you don't know which way to go. That's what faith is. So while it may be hard to let go, right, your trust and your faith in God should be greater than that. And so a lot of times, even though that letting go is rooted in that fear, you still got to do it. All right. You still have to do it. I encourage each and every one of you to really reflect and close out the chapters of your life that really no longer serve you, right? They no longer serve you. I dare you to end relationships with people who are no longer serving you, who are not good for you, who don't reciprocate the energy that you give, right? Who don't reciprocate, the people who don't communicate with you, right? The people who always got something negative to say about you. Release yourself, and that includes family too. That includes family too. Hey, Kima. Hey, fan clubbers. I dare you to release them too, right? Release the things that are no longer working for you. Because guess what? Oh, thank you, Trey. Because guess what? Right? If you don't release it, then you can't make room for what God has for you next. And I always want to be in a position to have my hands like this so that God can release whatever it is that He wants me to have. I'm here for the blessings of God. I'm here for God to show me His heart, but I can't do that if my hands are already closed because I'm holding on so tight to something that doesn't belong there. Right. And so I'm encouraging you, encouraging everyone to truly close out the chapters of your life that no longer serve you. So while this year may have been rough, it doesn't have to end that way. And you also don't have to carry all of that into the next year. You make a conscious decision to say, I'm leaving this in the past where it belongs, right? Because you're going into something new. And yeah, we say you could start over at any point in time. But I feel like collectively as a whole, everyone's starting over. Not y'all talking about the same thing tonight. Who? Who talking about the same thing tonight? Collectively, right? Collectively, we are all going into something new as a whole, right? As a people, we're all going into something new. We're stepping into 2026. Don't let 2025 tether you to the past. Don't let things of 2025 tether you to your past. Go into 2026 with a newness that you haven't had before. Oh, okay. Got you. See, look, everybody, we there. That's God. That's God. Go into 2026 with an open mind. And I know a lot of us like, oh well, I don't do goals no more because da da da. That's fine. You don't have to do goals, but go into it with the mindset that this year is going to be greater than last year. Cause baby, listen, I need I need next year to look better than this year. Okay, I need it. And I want it, right? I want next year to be better. I want to be in a place where people are like, dang, Octavia, like, you just glowing, girl. Dang, Octavia, you doing something else? You accomplishing something else? Yeah, yeah. I want the favor of God to show on my life, right? I want the favor of God. Jazzy, I see you. I see you. Okay. I just got your message. I know it's not letting you comment, but you're here. Welcome in, my girl. Thank you for joining. You may just have to go onto YouTube or I don't know if you need to create a profile or something, but you should be able to comment if you're on your phone on YouTube. I absolutely release what is not beneficial to you, right? And go into the new year expecting something great to happen. Go into the new year expecting to do the work, right? Because great things don't always fall into your lap. Yes, God he gives us favor, right? But you got to take a step too. They said faith without works is dead, right? Which means you got to work too, right? You got to take a step and trust that God is there. He won't let you fall. So put in the work as well, right? Close out this chapter. Do what you need to do to close out this chapter. Have those conversations you need to have with people. Have those conversations you need to have with yourself about what you're not taking into the new year, right? All that insecurity talk, let it go. Pack it up. Pack it up. That insecurity talk, pack it up. That, oh, I'm not able to do this. I don't qualify for this. Pack it up. Pack it up and send it on its way. We're not doing that. All that doubt that's in your mind, pack it up. Gotta go. It gotta go. Start packing some of that stuff up and sending it on its way because it no longer lives here. Trespassing. That's what you used to say. You're a trespasser. You are trespassing. Send that stuff back to where it belongs. Don't take that into the new year with you because you are so much better, right? And you deserve so much more. You deserve so much more than insecure thoughts, than doubt, than fear, than rejection. You deserve so much more than that, than heartbreak, right? Start setting some boundaries. In 2026, we got boundaries in 2026, okay? In 2026, we got boundaries. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Say no. 2026, we say no. 2026, we say no. 2026, we love on ourselves. And what does that mean? Making decisions that show that we love ourselves, that prove that we love ourselves, right? We're not doing things that's going to hurt us. And that might be hard for a lot of us because a lot of us self sabotage, a lot of us hurt ourselves. We hurt our own feelings sometimes, right? We're not doing those things anymore. It's time out. We had a whole year of doing that. We've had several years of doing that. 2026, let's cut it off. Have those conversations you need to have with yourself, have those conversations you need to have with people, and get your mind together. Pray. Talk to God about what you want in this next year. And you ain't got to tell nobody. You ain't got to tell another human on this earth, right? You don't have to tell another human on this earth. But talk to God about the things that you want to accomplish in this new year, the things that you want to see in this new year. And it doesn't have to be anything grand or spectacular, right? You don't got to be, running for the state senate or something. You don't have to be that. It could just be, God, I pray that you give me joy. Even in the storms that I face, give me joy. God, help me to see the joy around me every single day. Help me to search for the joy. It could be as simple as that. It could be, God, I just want to wake up and say thank you every day. I want to make it a habit of waking up and saying thank you as soon as I open my eyes. It doesn't have to be anything grand, right? It doesn't have to be anything grand, but pray to God and ask God and tell God what you want to see in this new year. And I promise you, watch God work. I'm telling you, make your requests known unto God and watch him work. Watch him work. All right, y'all. Those are all the things that I had. But I really encourage you to find closure, stay present, and be grateful for everything that you have. You are all so resilient. And this year proves it. This was one of the toughest years for many people. And yet, you're still here. You're still smiling. You're still thriving. You're still pushing forward. And so I'm grateful that I get to share this moment with each and every one of you. And I will see you all in 2026. I will post on my social media, Facebook and Instagram, and also TikTok, what we'll be doing when we'll start back up. There may be a new format. There may be some new things going on as well. So I encourage you to follow me on social media. Most of you are already, so you can stay updated on what's happening, and follow my YouTube channel at Octavia the Overcomer. So it's youtube.com/@Octavia the Overcomer. Yes, cheers to 2026. Cheers to 2026. I'm excited. I am expecting God to just do amazing things, and understand that, with each level comes a new devil. That's what they say. But really and truly, it'd be the same old devil, right? The same old devil just trying different things. Like, it'd be the same devil. So expect them to show up, child. Expect them to show up. But also, God is even greater than that. So I'm so grateful to you guys. Cheers to 2026, y'all. I love y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all the holidays, and an even better New Year's. And I hope to connect with you all next year. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Thank you guys for joining.